Welcome to Sarasas Samutsaran School. This is Science Matayong 3 and my name is Teacher Carla Circulado. Okay, let's first read our vocabulary words. Please listen as I read the first set of words. Habitat, habitat. Fresh water, fresh water. Survive, survive. Now repeat after me. Habitat, fresh water, survive. Very good. Now listen again as I read the second set of words. Breed, breed. Species, species. Population, population. Now repeat again. Breed, species, population. Very good. Now listen again as I read the third set of words. Community, community. Salt water, salt water. Physical, physical. Now repeat after me. Community, salt water, physical. Very good. Now let's do our dictation. 3 words. Please bring out one piece of paper or your notebooks and write as follows. Let's begin. Number 1. Spell the word habitat. Number 1. Habitat. Number 2. Spell the word species. Number 2. Species. Number 3. Spell the word population. Number 3. Population. Now let's check your answers if correct. Please bring out your red pen for checking. If your answer is correct, please put 1. If your answer is incorrect, please copy the correct answer. Now let's read together. Number 1. Habitat. H-A-B-I-T-A-T. Habitat. Number 2. Species. S-P-E-C-I-E-S. Species. Number 3. Population. P-O-P-U-L-A-T-I-O-N. Population. Very good. Now let's talk about our lesson for today, which is in Unit 2, Ecology. Please bring out your books and turn to page 18. 18. So our topic for today is about the physical environment. Everybody repeat after me. The physical environment. Very good. Okay, so the most important parts of physical environment are light. Repeat after me. Light. Next, water. And the third one, temperature. Very good. So if these 3 things come together, they are to make a home or habitat for all living things or organisms such as animals, insects, also the plants and the trees, that is their home or habitat. Okay, that's how important this for our physical environment. So we will talk about the first one, light. Okay, repeat after me. Green plants can only live where there is enough light. Very good. So all the green plants, they need sunlight to live. Okay? But different plants need different degrees of sun exposure. So these examples right here, they are the plants that can survive or thrive in dry or bright sunlight. Okay, like this cactus and purple perennials. Okay, they are plants that are good at growing in very bright sunlight. Okay, next. But some are very good in growing at darker places. As I mentioned, different plants need different degrees of sun exposure. So these plants doesn't need or doesn't survive if they have direct contact with sunlight. Okay, so we have here the Chinese evergreen, and we have the snake plant. Okay, so they can survive in darker places. Okay, now let's move on to water. Okay, repeat after me. No living thing can survive without water. Very good. But some organisms or living things can live with very little water. For example, is this camel. Okay, camels. They can survive in the desert where there is very little water. Okay, because a camel can consume large amount of water, up to 30 gallons in one sitting. Okay, so they can stay longer in the desert with just little water. Okay, next. Also, with the plants, other plants can live in very dry places. Okay, everybody say dry. Very good. So we have the cacti, or its plural for cactus. Okay, cacti and coreopsis, they can both live in dry places. Okay, next. Okay, repeat after me. Other organisms can live in places where there is a lot of water. Very good. Fish can breathe underwater. Okay, so we all know that fishes live in the water, but they don't just live there, they also get their oxygen in the water. And mammals like dolphins and whales can hold their breath underwater for a very long time because dolphins and whales breathe air into their lungs just like humans. Okay, as they do not have gills like fishes. Okay, next. Okay, also plants or many kinds of plants can grow underwater or partly underwater. Okay, so for example is seagrasses, where they live underneath or underwater. Because some plants have evolved in places with loads of water. So they are used to have water around them, or they used to living in water. Okay, next. Okay, as we talk about that water is very important part of the physical environment, we have two kinds of water that organisms live. We have salt water, which is also known as saline. Okay, this water is with high amount of salt. Okay, so examples are sea and ocean. Okay, so when you taste the water, it tasted like salt, okay, with salt. Okay, most water on earth are salt water. So here are some examples of the organisms or fishes like sharks and catfish that lives in salt water. Next. And we also have the fresh water, or it naturally occurring water. Examples are lakes, rivers, and streams. Okay, so this water has less amount of dissolved salts. Okay, for example is trout and goldfish. Okay, because fish, whether they live in salt or fresh water, they must maintain a certain level of salinity in their bloodstream. That's why they live. Okay, now let's talk about the temperature. Okay, repeat after me. Most organisms cannot live in extreme very, very hot or cold. Very good. So some animals like polar bears and penguins, they have learned to live in a quite cold habitats. Okay, so with the polar bear, it has a very thick fur, so it can survive in the cold places. Same with the penguins. It has a thick skin, which is contain fats that called blubber. Okay, next one. Africans, elephants, and camels can live in a quite hot habitats. Okay, so these elephants right here and the camel are warm-blooded animals. They can generate more heat than they lose. Okay, the elephant uses its ears to flap around to reduce the heat, the body heat. Same with the camels. Okay, it doesn't burn its legs because of the thick or leather patch in its knees. Okay, let's do some exercise. Write as follows. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What are the most important parts of physical environment? What are the 3 most important parts of physical environment? 4, 5. Give 2 examples of plants that can survive in dark places. Okay. 6 and 7. What is the 2 kinds of water? 8, 9. Give 2 examples of animals that can live in a quite cold habitats. And number 10. What animal can survive in desert with very little water? Very good. So in our summary, we talk about the physical environment, the 3 most important parts, which is the light, water, and temperature. Kinds of water, which is the salt water and fresh water. And we have also given some examples of animals and plants. Very good, everybody. Thank you so much for listening and paying attention for today. So just a reminder, don't forget to wash your hands, wear your mask, stay at home, eat healthy foods, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.